Most people think Thailand is a paradise where living like a king is dirt cheap, everyone you meet is smiling and friendly, your happily ever after is just one plane ticket away, but it is very likely that a lot of ideas that you have about what life in Thailand is actually like are entirely wrong. In this video, I'm going to give you a few realities on what life in Thailand is actually like, from how a simple accident could bankrupt you to how you'll never truly be seen as a local no matter how long you stay, and how it is entirely possible that your idea of a new life could be entirely based in fantasy. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. After being in Thailand for 3 years, it is safe to say that some of the ideas that I had about what life would be like living here, I've come to find out they weren't entirely based in reality. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely still love living here, but there are a few things that I wish I would have had a better grasp on before I got here, because I feel like it would have just helped with my integration. I wouldn't have had to learn some lessons the hard way, but you know how we do it here on Tempus TV. I learned the hard way, so you don't have to. So in today's video, we're gonna go over 8 points, 8 ideas of what you may think living in Thailand is actually like, how some of those are not true. So that way, when you get here, you know what to expect. So that way, when you do commit to spending some time here, you know exactly what you're getting into. Point number 1 is a major misconception that I see all the time. And I think this can be one of, if not the biggest contributors to why you may have to pack it up and go home if you don't understand the reality of this. And that is just Thailand may not be as cheap as you think. Just like everywhere else in the world, prices in Thailand are going up. I've seen a substantial increase in a lot of things over these past 3 years. Now, don't get me wrong, if you come here and you're actively trying to save money, yes, Thailand is much cheaper than the vast majority of places in the West, but there is a narrative out there that you can come here, you can be making, $1,500 a month. You can do whatever you want. You can have, the fancy condo with the infinity pools on the roof. You can go out, you can eat fancy dinners every night. You can go party, you can travel, you can do all that stuff. And unfortunately, that's just not the reality anymore. If you are here and you make an attempt to, live like a local, eat a lot of Thai food, shop at the markets, really look around for a good price condo that's outside of the tourist areas, you can live here for, $1,500 a month, but you're not going to be by any means living this lavish lifestyle that, you'll see all over Instagram and TikTok. And it's gotten to the point now, I see videos that are just blatant lies. I see people doing condo tours in Bangkok in the Sukhumvit area, and they're like, oh, look at my $175 a month condo. That is just not true, guys. You do want to be here and you want to live on one of those smaller budgets, you absolutely have to make an active effort, and you're going to have to sacrifice some things in certain areas. Now, our second point, another reality you're absolutely going to have to deal with. Some people this doesn't bother at all. Other people get really upset by it, and that is dual pricing is real. As a foreigner in Thailand, the reality is you're going to pay a premium a lot of the time. A local is for sure going to get better prices than you when it comes to most things. Some places it's very transparent. If you go to places like national parks, it'll say right there, foreigner, 300 baht, Thai, 60 baht. But it also happens in other places that may not be as transparent. When I go out with my Thai friends, for instance, if they're gonna go up to a vendor and wanna buy something from them, a lot of the time, even though they're Thai, since they're standing there with a foreigner, the vendor will try to charge them more money. So I highly advise to make some Thai friends. Anytime I go to the night markets or anything, if I'm walking around and there's something I wanna buy, I won't even look at it. I won't even acknowledge that I want it. I'll walk down a little bit further. I'll give my Thai friend the money, send them back, they'll go buy it. But understandably, with some foreigners that come here, this really bothers them. Now, our third point is especially important if you're a bit older, if you're looking to retire in Thailand, and that is that healthcare is amazing here. It is absolutely affordable, but it is not free. Now, despite some narratives out there, if you are in Thailand, you will absolutely have access to all the highest quality care if you need it, but you are gonna have to pay a premium on that. If you're a bit older, or you have previous health problems, health insurance is absolutely important. I've seen and heard stories about quite a few expats that were here. They were doing okay. They didn't have any prior health problems or anything. And then something happens. They get into a motorbike accident, something like that. Then you got to go to the hospital. You got to get x-ray, or you have to stay in treatment. And then all of a sudden you're getting hit with a bill for a few 100,000 baht. And that is definitely not a negligible amount. Now, point number 4 is one that I see so many people getting wrong. And if you don't have a grasp on this, it can end you up in some very bad situations. And that is, despite the reputation that Thailand may have in foreign countries. Thailand is still very conservative by a lot of comparisons. A lot of Thais and Thai culture in general is still very traditional, very modest. So especially if you're planning on living here, this is something that's very important to understand. Things like modesty in public. Don't be that foreigner that's going into the restaurant with his shirt off. If you have a Thai girlfriend, don't be trying to mac all over her in public. Just because Thai people haven't said anything to you does not mean it's not bothering them. And we've talked about it before on the channel. Thai people are very patient until they're not. So if you keep pushing it, eventually they're gonna push back and you're gonna be in a place you absolutely do not wanna be. Point number 5 is one that I am absolutely still working on accepting at all times. There's some times where it doesn't bother me at all. Other times it can get under my skin a little bit, and that is Thai time is real. Some people call it island time, but essentially, especially compared to America, in America, we're all about schedules, things on time. This is how it works. You have to be here, do this, do that, bang, 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 bang. A lot of the time, a lot of systems, a lot of people in Thailand, it is not so regimented. If things are 15 minutes late, it's no big deal. If you're one of those people that walks really fast on the sidewalk and gets bothered when people are kind of just sauntering in front of you, you need to grasp that really fast, get used to it. 99% of the time, Thai people are in no rush. Side note, of course, here on YouTube, there are certain subjects or certain wordage that we just can't use because YouTube will strike our videos to the nether realm. So if you would like some more insights about Thailand that are 100% transparent, head on over to the Tempus TV Patreon. The link will be down in the description below. If you don't want to commit to a monthly payment, I completely understand that. There is a free membership option as well for some limited access. And if you do decide you would enjoy full access, you can get that for as little as $5 a month. Let's get back to the video. Now, point number 6 is the system or situation that I see people having the most problems with. I see a lot of people saying that they're going on to other places because they can't deal with this anymore. They're frustrated. Things don't work how they used to. And that is just that the Thailand visa and immigration system is not a game. It used to be very laid back. From what I understand, you used to be able to just kind of come and go as you please. There was never anybody really bothering you. But now things have changed quite a bit. Fortunately, Thailand right now is dealing with a little bit of a tourist problem. There's a lot of people coming here, overstaying visas, committing crimes, things like the visa runs where you used to be able to just come in on a tourist visa and then go run to the border, come back in. That's not really a thing anymore. Not that there's not people still trying to do it, but I'm seeing posts and videos every week now of people getting turned around and denied entry at the border. Another thing with immigration is they are constantly trying to kind of optimize or add or remove things. So the landscape is kind of always changing. If you're going to be spending an extended period here, it's not something where you can kind of just show up, oh, I'm good when I get in, and then not pay attention to what's going on. It's something you have to constantly keep up with, but kind of just like the Thai time thing, if you just start wrapping your mind around it and you just, tell yourself this is how it is, this is how it's going to be, it'll make things a lot more smooth for you. Now, point number 7 is something that I'm still really learning about and learning how to interpret it. That, as I'm sure you've heard, a nickname for Thailand is the land of smiles. But when it comes to Thai people, smiling doesn't necessarily always mean what it means to us in America. Saving face is very much a thing in Thai culture. Thais are very proud people. They don't like to be embarrassed. They don't like to feel awkward, especially when it comes to interactions with strangers. So something that's very important to kind of start thinking about before you get here is certain interactions or certain ways you read body language or how you understand a conversation is going with somebody. When you get to Thailand and you're spending time around Thai people, some of those can be really hard to interpret. There's going to be certain situations where responses and body language don't mean what we are used to them meaning, if that makes sense. Number 8, a very important one that I feel like not a lot of people think about, myself included. If you're planning on spending an extended period in Thailand, one thing that can be kind of hard to wrap your head around before you get here, before you spend time in Thailand and you can really understand, is the reality that as a foreigner, you will never really be able to fully integrate into Thailand. Even if you're planning on living here, you want to move here, it's almost impossible in all reality to become a Thai citizen as a foreigner. It's not impossible, but for the vast majority of people, it's very difficult if it is even going to happen at all. It can be really hard to truly integrate with your community and other Thai people. You 100% have to make an active effort if this is something that you want to do. And if you are going to live here, I highly recommend that you do. Rarely ever does it just happen on its own. Most of the expats, most of the people I know that live here, they might have a couple Thai friends, but in all reality, even them are kind of just associates. You really have to put in the effort to get yourself involved in in a community. That's why I always recommend to find some hobbies. This can be one of those things that you don't really think about until you're here. Thailand feeling like your actual home is very important. The unfortunate reality is a lot of people can't get used to this. They end up going home, or they come to Thailand and then they just kind of end up isolating by hanging out with nothing but other expats. And in my opinion, at that point, why are you even really living in Thailand? You got to make an active effort. Talk to your neighbors. Try to find a hobby where you're going to meet Thai people, and it will make your stay in Thailand a whole lot better. Moving to Thailand can for sure be one of the best decisions of your life. I know it is for me. These are just a few things that I wish I knew before I got here. Didn't have to learn them the hard way. Didn't have to, deal with those awkward situations. So if you do your best to understand these things before you get here, it's just gonna make life a little bit easier. If you spend some time in Thailand and you think there is a misconception out there that is very important for foreigners to understand before they get here, feel free to drop it down in the comments below. As always, I will be reading and replying to as many as I can, if not all of them. And as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, morning, whatever. You know the deal. Doors that way. I'll see you later.